The storms battering the UK have barely dented the spirits of these people. For 250 nights straight, they've been out here protesting their right to defend the United Kingdom. For these are the Protestant, unionist, loyalists of North Belfast, marching, they say, in defence of the union of England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. Many have Scottish ancestors, and they do not like the Scottish National Party one bit.
Alex Salmond, to me, is a born-again Jacobite. He's still living in the 17th century. Scotland is part of the United Kingdom, always has been and always will be.
They're selling the country out big time. They're traitors, we don't need them.
Who will separate us, reads the Latin on the Protestant orange sash. The implied answer is nobody, but Scottish independence would.
These people regard themselves absolutely as British patriots, and the idea that their Scottish brethren might even, in theory, be considering breaking away from the Union is absolutely unconscionable. All the hundreds of years of history, the ties that have bound people together, the assumed truths, are suddenly being called into question. Suddenly the United Kingdom is looking, well, a bit disunited.
This sense of betrayal has its roots deep in history. At this museum in Belfast, they're exhibiting the Ulster Covenant, the political tract against self-rule for Ireland. When it was written 100 years ago, loyalists from Scotland and Northern Ireland united against the calamity of the breakup of the Union. Yet a century later, at least a third of Scots want home rule for Scotland. That's how much things have changed.
When the Scots settlement came here and became Ulster Scots, it was people moving forward into lands here. We then saw a movement, sometimes within very few years, across the Atlantic, forward movement across the Atlantic to the frontiers there. And so I think that there's this element, there's almost a restless element maybe within Scots, which might explain why there's a big discussion now about independence.
Over time, it seems, more and more Scots have lost the sense of what makes this place tick, a feeling of the power of the Union. That's what worries the politicians in Westminster, just as it does many people here.
By securing a referendum for Scotland, Alex Salmond has done more politically, peacefully, lawfully, in a very short period of time than the IRA tried to achieve in over 30 years of bombing and shooting and terrorism.
And deep under all this is the one question nobody wants to address. If Scotland splits off from the Union, would Ulster, the defining identity of these people, be next to unravel? Laurence Lee, Al Jazeera, Belfast.